Welcome back to Toppers League Academy. I'm AMBILI, your science teacher, and today we are going to continue the chapter Chemistry and its Importance from Grade 6 ICSE Board. So, are you ready? Last class, we got introduced to chemistry and understood the definition of chemistry. Today, let's go to the importance of chemistry and their uses and application. Now, imagine your home kitchen. You have seen your mother doing something or the other in the kitchen, isn't it? So let's imagine the scene of home kitchen and what your mother is doing. Your mother is cutting onions at one corner. In the other corner, you see bread baking in the microwave oven. And you see few dishes lying in the sink which is due for washing with a Vim bar or some detergent around. You see your mother tired. Think of helping your mother and fetch a glass of water to her. Not just any water, but few cubes of ice. So what did we see here? I listed out what I saw. Chopping onions, baking bread, dishes due for washing, and glass of water with ice, isn't it? Now, if you see at each step, there is some chemical reaction going on. What is the chemical reaction that you see? The cut onions makes you cry. Obviously, there is something in the onion that is making you cry, isn't it? Then the bread baking. When you put the dough inside the oven, is the bread the same? No, it rises, isn't it? The dishes due for washing. What do you see in the dishes? They are dirty, but later on it's clean. With what? You wash with what? Using the soap and detergents. And finally, the glass of water with ice floating on it. Now, why do the ice float? So, if you look at all these aspects, chemistry is everywhere. It's actually happening in your everyday life. Each and everything that you deal in life is all about chemistry.
This in short says how all life forms survive treacherous climate to how our body develop and work is related to chemistry.
So basically, we breathe, use and make chemistry. Now, thousands of useful substances are produced through chemical processes. Let's understand few applications and uses of chemistry in some major fields. Look at this picture. Doesn't this look like a cyclic operation? Let's look at it closely.
This begins with coconut oil transported and manufactured in units to make several consumer products. This is then packaged and any waste left out is disposed. Don't you see chemistry at each level of this cycle?
So we see here different level or field where chemistry is used. So let's see at each field one by one. To begin with, let's start with agriculture. Food supply to any society depends on agriculture. So it's not just the quality of the food that we have to look at, but also the quantity. We have to meet the need of increasing population. How can we do that? By development and application of advanced technique with the use of chemistry. These advanced methods have helped farmers to grow crops in a much better way. What have they been using? Let's see a picture here.
Now closely look at this image to know that how chemistry acts as an enabler for crop growth and protection.
So basically, what will we need to grow a plant? It needs nutrients. It needs to be protected from outside attack, isn't it? Then only it can grow very well. So the farmers have been using fertilizers, pesticides, insecticides, fungicides and preservatives. So let's go to each category one by one.
So here you see that apart from water, carbon dioxide and sunlight, plant need other nutrients as well.
So from where the plant gets the nutrients from? Not just from the soil. They need few extra nutrients that has to be added from outside. and those are nothing but the fertilizers. Fertilizers are the chemicals produced through chemical processes for a better crop yield, and farmers must use fertilizers to get a better yield, to produce more crops in larger quantities to meet the population demand.
This picture clearly shows that how addition of mineral fertilizers are essential for the growth of plants.
So let's see a few examples of fertilizers. Urea, sodium nitrate, potash, ammonium phosphate, and calcium nitrate. So these are the 5 major nutrients that crops need for a better growth. Now let's take a look at this picture and you will come to know why we need all the nitrates and phosphates and potassium, calcium. Next category under agriculture is pesticides. Take a closer look at this picture.
You see here that the farmers are equipped to spray pesticides on crops. And do you see how covered they are?
Pesticides are chemicals that are used to kill pests that are destroying the crops and fruits. So they are very important. But why did you think that the man was covering himself completely while spraying the pesticides? Yes, of course, they are dangerous for our health as well. So we have to be very careful while spraying the pesticides on plants. Take a look at few of these pictures to know more about pesticides. Let me write down few examples of pesticides for you. So these are the name of few pesticides. For example, malathion, parathion and aldrin. There are many more such under these categories. But we have to be very careful while using it for plants.
These are a few lists of toxic pesticides that are banned in India. You will know here that the pesticides are reviewed by expert committee team.
When we hear pesticides, we think that they are harmful. But science is getting advanced and we are coming with more safer options. So before showing you the safer options, have a look at this picture which explains the type of pesticides.
After knowing the types of pesticides, you will now know that we are not just left with the option of chemical pesticides. This is one such example of a product that's available in the market.
There is a false belief that Indian farmers are excessively using pesticides. Look at this picture to know the comparison between 3 different countries in terms of using pesticides. If you look at this picture, the application of pesticides also varies. You will see few examples or few ways of applications in this picture. Third category is nothing but insecticides. The word itself says they kill insects. Yes, insecticides are used to kill insects. Few examples are DDT and BHC.
This insect spray contains 50% DDT. From what we saw about chemical pesticides and insecticides, many are toxic and not safe for our body.
Let's go to the fourth category, fungicides. Again, the name itself says that they are responsible for destroying the fungus. Sulfur and borax mixture are two things used to protect against fungus. If you see in this picture, they are using sulfur for the cultivation of cereals because fungus attack is very frequent in the air. Let me show you how borax mixture is prepared. Take a look at this picture.
Copper sulfate and lime goes into making the borax mixture, which acts as a very good fungicide.
Last category out of these are the preservatives. Now you would be wondering why farmers are using preservatives. We need preservatives for few substances or few products of plants that needs to be preserved for a longer time, and that is where preservatives come into picture. So let's see few things that are used as preservatives. First, sodium benzoate. Let's see where is sodium benzoate used.
Sodium benzoate is one such preservative that goes into the making of so many soft drinks.
Second is sodium metabisulfite. Here is one picture to show you where is it used.
Sodium metabisulfite is used as a preservative for dried fruits. See the example of apple here.
Third is nothing but salicylic acid. You find salicylates in many natural fruits and vegetables, but wherever they are required, we need to add them. So let's see a few list of vegetables and fruits where it is naturally available.
Here is the list of foods containing high levels of salicylic acid. You see here salicylates present in different ratio in different food items.
Preservatives not only help us to preserve the food for a longer period of time, but it prevents wastage and spoilage of food. So we saw how agriculture is one of the major fields where chemistry plays a big role. Now let's go to the next category. So the next category is nothing but minerals and petroleum. Where do we get them from? Of course, under the ground. So either it is from under the ground or from under the ocean floor. Yes, and there are several techniques that's being used to extract those minerals and ores from under the ground. How does it help us? We can extract metals from these ores and minerals, which can be used for the manufacture of machineries and tools. Take a look at this picture.
Here you will see different extraction methods for different metals based on increasing reactivity.
Now let's talk about petroleum products. Where do we get them from? Again, extraction. But from where? The fossils. The fossil fuels are nothing but the petroleum products, which is petrol, diesel, paraffin, wax, kerosene. Again, we are getting them from underground. But do you think we are going to get them for long? No, because we have been excavating these for many years and they are inexhaustible source of energy. That's why we are in dire need of looking for alternate options where we can get energy from either solar or ocean to support us in future. So minerals and petroleum are nothing but the extraction of fossil fuels, ores and minerals from under the ground to make better things out of it and for our usage. Now let's take a look at growth of different industries with the help of chemistry. We have come up with so many industries that we have today. What all do they produce? Take a look here. Now one of the major category. Yes, medicines. Chemistry has played a very important role in manufacture of different medicines. They are in the form of painkillers, antibiotics like penicillin, tetracycline, paracetamol. We have so many options. and that is increasing our lifespan, curing our diseases and preventing us from getting any infection. So let's see a few pictures. Next category, very close to our heart, consumer products. Products which we use in our daily life. Let's see a few pictures of consumer products.
So basically, consumer products can be anything that you see in the supermarket.
And how wonderful it is that all these are made with the use of chemistry. Now, how about building materials? Yes, this is again one more category where when a building or a bridge or any construction that stands in front of us, the material that goes into it has come out of chemistry. So let's see how are they made up of and what are they made up of.
So you see here what all goes into the making of a building or any construction work.
So all these materials helps us to make a strong infrastructure. So to end for today, let's cover one more category, nothing but transport. What are our common means of transport? Scooter, buses, trains, aeroplanes, ships, isn't it? On what do they run on? Fuels. And where do we get the fuels from? We already saw. So that is how chemistry is supporting and helping us in developing a better country. We will deal with more categories and also understand the dark side of chemistry in our next video. Do share with us your feedback to the below email ID. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good day. Bye-bye.